Hello everyone, this is Ankita Anchan and welcome to the Power BI Deep Dive session from the team CloudFriends. Today I have with me my colleague Prakash. So let's get started. So for the today's agenda we have Power BI Embedded and followed by few Power BI updates last month. Prakash will elaborate the view on Power BI Embedded and demonstrate you a quick embedded view for how to use Power BI Embedded in a web. So I'll hand over Prakash so that he can start with the demonstration.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Ankita.
Ankita.
Hi, everyone.
Hi, everyone.
So today
So
I will
today I will
just
just present you
new
the new exciting feature
from the
from the
Microsoft
Microsoft
about Power
about
BI
Power BI
Embedded.
Embedded.
So Power
So
BI
Power BI
Embedded
Embedded
is an
is
Azure
an
service
Azure service
that
that
enables
enables
application
application
developers to add
developers to add
interactive Power BI
interactive Power BI
reports
reports
into their
into
own
their own
applications.
application.
It works
It
with the
works with the
existing
existing
application
application
without needing
without
to
needing
redesign or
redesign or
changing the
changing
way
the way
users sign in.
users sign in.
So this is the diagram of the Power BI Embedded. So here you can see that developers can make a workspace in an Azure account. One thing I need to mention here is you need to have a Azure account for configuring a Power BI embedded. So after that, I will just show you how to configure workspace and all in the demo. So meanwhile, I'm just explaining the structure about the Power BI embedded. So here, after creating a workspace, you define some data structures from the SQL, from Azure Workspace, any warehouse, from anywhere. And after that, you need to create your Power BI reports, dashboards, whatever requirement is there. And then you can embed this Power BI reports directly to your app, your website, or anything. So the advantage is all your users, clients, no need to come on the Power BI sites. They don't need to subscribe for powerbi.com. They can see the reports and everything on the site as well. So let's explain the steps for this. So for that, first step is you need to create a workspace collection. After creating a workspace collections, it will allow you to access some keys. So you need to keep that API access keys. And the third one is you need to keep ready your data set, your reports, whatever you need to embed it into Power BI, your websites. And configure the sample app. This one is a Visual Studio, automatically available by GitHub. So you can use the sample solution files you can download from there, and in the Visual Studio you can configure that. And at the last, you need to create a website for publishing this embedded report, and the same website you can use in your internal website as an iframe. So in a demo, I can show everything about this Power BI embedded, and I will cover all these tabs. So let me take you over the demo. So here I'm just trying to log in on my account on portal.azure. So let me connect to my Azure account. So let's wait for the loading the Azure page. Okay, I already connected with some different users on this. So let me connect on the browsers. Okay, so I'm just connected on my Azure account using my ID. Okay, so on the home page you can find that there is an option for a new activity. So I'm just click on that. So here you need to select data analytics. Over there you need to select Power BI embedded. So I'm just clicking on that. Let me sign with my current account. Okay, we are on the page. So I'm creating a new workspace. So I'm just clicking on the new. And here I'm selecting data analytics. And in that sections you need to select Power BI embedded. So the workspace collection name. So here you can give any friendly name for your workspace collection name. So I'm just giving Power BI embedded. This red marks shows that this name is already taken by someone else. So I'm just giving a demo. This one is also taken. So I'm just putting CloudFront as a CF. Okay, so that's available. This one is a subscription. So whatever subscription you can select, it is as a pay as you go. And this one is the resource group. So if you are new to Azure, then you need to create a new resource group. We already using that, so we have different kind of resource group. So I'm selecting a BI1, and the location, we are falling in Southeast Asia, so I'm selecting that. I'm just paying this activity on the dashboard. So we can find that this workspace are creating over there. So it will shows on the home page of your Azure account dashboard. Okay, so it's created success. So here I just mentioned in the steps that we need to consider an access key. So when you are creating any workspace, there is a separate access keys are generated. There is a two keys, so you can use any one of them. And here you can see that on this main workspace we don't have any items. Okay, so I will show you how to generate that. So for creating an embedded, there is a simple Power BI embedded solutions available on GitHub, so you can download these things from here. So I already downloaded these solutions and pasted here. So I'm just open these solutions on my Visual Studio. Okay. So here in the Visual Studio you can see that we have two solutions. One is for the extracting the Power BI PBIX file and uploading on the embedded site, and the second one, embedded sample, it is for developing your website on any embedded or any other Azure folder. So let me connect to here. So this one is I'm selecting as a provision sample, and when I'm going to run that, it will ask you for certain commands. So here the concept is I already create a workspace, so I need to select a step 5. So when I'm passing the 5, it will ask me the workspace collection name. So here I need to use exit name which I already created. So I'm just copying over there. So now they are asking for the access key. So as I mentioned, we need to take care of the access key. So I'm just copying that access key which assigned to this workspace. So I'm copy that access key. I just pasted here. And you need to copy this workspace ID as well. Later it will be used. So I'm just copy that workspace ID on the Notepad file. So after creating a workspace and ID, now I already have a Power BI files, the sample files which I created. So all these reports I need to embed it on my websites. So I have this PBIX file stored on some of my locations like C drive, Power BI embedded, and this is the path for that embedded PBIX file. So here I need to choose step 6, import a PBIX desktop file into an existing workspace. So I'm just selecting a 6. So it will ask me any dataset name. So here I can keep any friendly name. So I'm just keeping test demo. Here you need to assign the full path. So I'm just copying that file path from here to that. So it's processing the entire PBIX file with different reports. So it started importing. At later you will find the result as succeed. Okay, so we uploaded the PBIX file from here to embedded systems. So now you need to come on Visual Studio. Before that I will just show you here. Here as of now you've seen 0 workspace, but when I refresh this page, you can find that one workspace is created and that ID is also generated. Okay, you can see that one workspace is created and the same ID is also displayed here. If you can check over there, the same ID is displayed over there. So now again I come to the Visual Studio. I just stop the debug mode. Now I need to come on embedded sample. I just set as setup project. I just rebuild this project. Just rebuild is started. Okay, so rebuild is completed. So here in this solutions, you can find the web config file. So in the web config file, at the bottom side, we have some app setting. Okay, so here we need to mention all those access key and workspace ID. So this access key is already I shown to you. So we can take in that access key from here. Just copy this access key. I just paste over here. API is by default Power BI API. Workspace collection name is the workspace name which you created. So here I created Power BI embedded demo CF. So I just copied that workspace name and the workspace ID which already copied to Notepad. Okay, so I'm just going to save this and I'm going to run that. So it's automatically open a browser. In the browser you can see that all the reports are embedded over there. It's take usually 1 minute based on the data size of your reports and how many multiple reports you created. So here in my dashboards I have a couple of reports. So here just come up, you need to see the reports. The name which I given to dataset, it is a test demo. So it's just fetch here. Okay, so it's loading. So you can see that all the 4 reports are come here and all are interactive reports. So you can drill down to multiple levels. You can select whatever regions you want. So these all are introductory report. So now the concern is this one is the local host part. But when you need to publish on your website, the local host should be published at some public IP. So for this, I'm just showing you how to publish on the Azure account. So I'm creating one website on the Azure account, and the same website I can publish from the Visual Studio, and the URL you can directly paste it to your iframe. So give me a moment. Okay, so in the web apps, I'm just creating a new website. The web app I'm creating as a quick create. I'm giving some friendly name as Power BI Embedded CF as a cloud front. So it's also available. So I'm just creating that website. You can see here, once it completed, it shows as a running symbol. Okay, so we created a website on Azure. So now I will show you how I can publish this Power BI embedded from localhost to that website. So for that, I'm just stop the running process. I come on that embedded sample in the publish. On the profile, I'm selecting Microsoft Azure websites. So here I already signed in with my account. So suppose you didn't sign, then it will ask for signing on your Azure account from here. So here all the list of sites which is available here are coming over drop down. So I'm just selecting the one which we created right now. So it's Power BI Embedded CF. It's a release mode. Now I'm going to publish that. Okay, it started to publishing. So main things in this solutions you need to keep this is this access key, the name of the workspace ID, workspace collection name, and the ID which created from the solutions as a workspace ID. So these three things you can put on this solution web config file, and later on you can use that. Okay, so we publish on that. You can see here the Power BI embedded CF, the name of the file websites which we keep over there, and there's a website.net. So the same way, whatever there is a look and feel here, the same look and feel we can able to show over there. So when we come on the reports, so what you need to do, you need to just copy this URL from here and paste on your website, whatever your website it is, and in iframe you need to add this URL so it will shows on your website. So here all are introductory reports embedded to the website's browser. So here you can see it's all like you are doing some reports or some analysis on Power BI portal only. So this is some exciting features we all waiting since long. Now Microsoft already released these features, and I will show you how it looks on websites. So we also embedded these things on our CloudFront websites. So suppose if I'm on home page of our company website. So here in a Microsoft Power BI section, we have options for Power BI embedded. So when we click on that, it will redirect us to Power BI embedded as a service. So here it's like interactive reports. Yes. So here you can see all those reports we have already embedded on our websites. So from here we can drill down, we can take the datas, all interactive reports, whatever information we needed, we can directly check from here. We don't want to open the specific to Power BI accounts or subscribe for Power BI online.com and all. So that's the future for Power BI embedded. You can keep in touch for me for any questions related to Power BI Embedded, anything you can write after this webinar as well, or you can keep us promoting your queries on our email ID. So now I'm just hand over to Ankita for some new exciting features about Power BI updates. So Ankita, can you please go ahead? Thanks everyone.
Thank you, Prakash. So after the wonderful session of how to use Power BI embedded, let's move on to the few Power BI updates last month. So the updates that I'll be demonstrating today is the typically from the desktop tool first, and then we will move on to the updates in Power BI online services. So typically from the desktop tool updates, I'll be demonstrating the listed updates, that is reordering fields in chart and tooltips, color formatting for KPI visuals, predefined table styles. The definition of RLS rules is now moved to desktop. One of the important and very interesting feature, the searchable slicer and the new entry point. So let's get into it first. So I'll first open a basic PBX file I have created for this demonstration, where we have the account, lead and opportunity tables from CRM. So the first update I'll be talking about is the reordering of the table and in list. So initially what we used to do is, if suppose this is a table which I have created, and then I realize that my company name should followed by the full name of the person, and then the subject, then the lead source, then the rating. So initially I had to cancel each and every column from this list and then rearrange it according to my requirement. But now with the update, we can just click on the column name. I'll just drag and drop it where I want. So as you can see, automatically in my tables, after the company name, the full name has appeared. So this is how we can rearrange it. Yes, this is a small update, but can be of good use for an developer point of view, so that he need not, if suppose my table have 14 to 15 columns in it, and rearranging it from the start is a tedious job, and just dragging and dropping makes this task very easy and in less time. So one of the updates that was used, and the next update we'll be talking about is the color formatting in KPIs. So let's take a look. So color formatting in KPI. I have created one KPI. The use of KPI introduced in Power BI was demonstrated in our previous webinar. So as we know, KPI has the basic color formatting for it, that is green, yellow and red. So here we have an option in the formatting tab, that is color coding. So as now you can see, we have the different color coding available. So when I revert to default, the default colors are green, yellow and red. So now suppose I want my good color to be something in blue. So as you can see, the color has been changed. So no need to use the given color in the formatting tab. I can have some pink maybe for the bad, and maybe something in brown to be a neutral one. So as and when I go on clicking data, my color gets changed. So as you can see, my blank has been appeared in pink, and when I go it comes in blue. So this is how the KPI visual works. So this is the data, actual data. So the next is the table formatting. Again, let's move to the table. As you can see, this table is something different and looks quite interesting as compared to my other table. The other table in the report, as you can see, they have simple text, no colors, and it is not that attractive to be seen in this colorful report. So now Power BI has introduced a new formatting option, that is table styles. Go to formatting and click on table styles. So now as you can see, the table style is none, but we have a good list of different table styles provided. So when I click to minimal, it will give me this look. Similarly, when I go for bold headers, I can go for alternating rows. Even to give it a Excel look, I can use the contrast alternate rows. Similarly, we have different other options to make our table also beautiful and attractive in our reports. So the next is the definition in RLS rules. Yes, RLS was demonstrated in our previous webinar how to use the basic RLS feature in Power BI and also the username function supported by Power BI, where we can give a role to the current user. So similarly, now the same feature has been introduced in desktop tool itself. So I no need to go to my online service account and I can directly test the roles in my online account, desktop tool. So let's go to the desktop tool. Yes. So now I'll go to the modeling tab over here. So as you can see, we have a new option, that is manage rules. When I click on this, you can see I have already created a role for this, where I have given the role name as opportunity, and I have given a filter in the opportunity set table where the owner name is Alan Matthew. So the functionality for this row level security for Power BI remains the same as we have seen in our earlier webinars for online account. The same feature can be tested on desktop tool, so that you can no need to go and log in again and again. You can directly test it on the data you have on your desktop. So this is how the RLS feature in Power BI can be managed in desktop tool. So I'll not elaborate more as we have already discussed this. So the next feature is searchable slicer and then the new entry point. Yes, two very important and most awaited features, that is searchable slicer and the new entry point. As you can see, we have so many names in our slicer and most of them look alike. So it becomes difficult for a user to search a particular name from the list. But we had no options earlier. Now we have to just click on the ellipsis and we have a new option here, that is search. So as soon as I click on search, a search tab appears. So suppose I want the opportunity name that starts with CRM. So just enter the name, click enter. So you will get the filtered list in your slicer. So now I can, yes, I want CRM implementation. So this is the record. So if you don't want this slicer to be always present in your, the search option to be present in your slicer, go and click on search again, it will disappear. So very important and is making your job. So the next and the last update in the desktop tool is the entry point. We know that we had an publish option in our Power BI desktop tool where we can directly publish our report to our dashboards. But what when we want to know that which account actually it is publishing? This was difficult for the user when he is working with multiple accounts and by mistakenly he published the report to some other account where he was not supposed to. So the ideal practice which most of us used to do is we'll go to the file menu, we will sign out first and then again sign in when we are publishing. But now as you can see here we have the sign in tab, that is it shows that which account I am signed into, the account setting option, and if no, I don't want to publish it to this account, I can switch the account as well. So if I click on Power BI services, it will directly redirect me to my online account where I just have to put my credential and I am on my Power BI account. So yes, this is my account with the same name of the entry point in our desktop tool. So this was all about the Power BI desktop tool updates. Let's take a look on Power BI online services updates. So we have two interesting features for Power BI online updates that will be demonstrated now. The one is the notification center. Again, a small but very useful update. So let's take a look on this. Now suppose we have some day dashboard shared with me or I have some notification on my account. Whenever we log in for the first time, what we see is if I am on this in work, I am not able to see the dashboards I have. So it just appears in a block and disappears within a second. So I am not aware of what has been shared with me, what notification was there for my account. So now after this setting option, we have a notification option as well. When I click on this, you can see that notification center with all the notification for this particular account, and meanwhile I can cancel this once I am okay with, yes, I have seen this and I am aware of this notification, I can cancel. So as of now I have one new notification 2 hours ago where Prakash has shared me some customer profitability sample dashboard. So we have an option where I can directly go to dashboard. Yes, now I have seen the dashboard. Yes, I'm aware of it. So I can simply cancel. So this makes you aware that there is no notification right now. And as soon as some new notification appears, you will get the list in the notification center. So yet a small update, but of a very good use. The last I'm going to talk about is the publisher update for Excel used in Power BI. Again, this Power BI publisher for Excel is being demonstrated by us in our earlier webinars. But now I would like to show you one interesting thing. As you know, we can export the data from Power BI to Excel using the export option. So this is an CSV file which I have copied from the Power BI. Once you have to install the Power BI Publisher update from the Power BI official website, and then you will get this new option, that is Power BI. And now in this, the new feature that they have added is connect to data. As we are aware that we can create some charts from here or tables and we can pin to our dashboard. Pin manager is when we want to update particular thing from the Excel to Power BI. We can open our Power BI online account in a browser. The profile shows which login I am using right now, and the update is only highlighted when there is a new update for this feature. So as now I have already downloaded the update, so it is nullified. So now the new feature that I am going to talk about is connect to data. So as soon as I click on it, it will give me a good window with a nice question, that is connect to data in Power BI. Now, not only your Excel data will be connected to your Power BI, but also your Power BI data will be taken into your Excel. So it will first ask me which workspace. So as in my account, I have 4 workspace with me. So say I need my workspace as to be selected. What type of data would you like to connect, whether it is report or it is data set? Say as of now I want to connect to report. Whether you want to hide the contents that are shared with you, if you click on tick, then only the data that you have created or you have published to your own account will be seen, and when you untick, it will give you all the shared database also. So as you click, as you can see, the name is ID special, and when I click, it shows me the shared dashboards as well. So yes, I want some sample reports, say this, and I'll click on connect. This is the dashboard that I have created using the same PBX file that we were working upon. So now as you can see, I'll get all the calculated columns or measures, we can say, created with this on our PBX. So now whatever calculations I have done in my PBX, I'll get into this. So whatever I need to do, like lead ID I need the lead name with it, and then the owner name, whatever manipulation you want to do on your data, on your coming to the Excel level, you can see and get it on your Excel sheet. So now you have your data in your dashboard, you have your data access on your desktop tool and as well on your Excel. So this is the wonderful feature that we have for this webinar. Now let's move on to our PPT. So yes, we have done with our online updates as well. So thank you. Hope you liked the webinar. Any questions? Okay. Thank you very much. You can contact us on the official website, and any queries, we'll get back to you soon. Thank you. Have a nice day.